Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 4. We are back with race 31 at Marble GP Malaysia. So this is another of Iceman's Marble GP tracks. And we are approaching the end of the season. So we have 2 races left, this one and then Red Rings as always as the finale. And as I said before, this is going to be broken down into 2 separate streams. So we'll have Marble GP Malaysia for this stream, and then tomorrow is the final, and we will have a crowned winner. And will it be Pesky Bird? Will Pesky Bird hold it to the end, or will they be knocked off that top spot? So currently in the standings, Pesky Bird is leading, Stormy in second, Superboss in third. All fairly close together. We're in fourth still with a chance of getting up into that top 3. Then we have Fludes in 5th, Demon in 6th. Now Fludes theoretically does have a chance. It is a very low odds chance. But Fludes does have a chance if they can win and get fastest lap on both of these. And Superboss loses both of them. So technically, if if you want to get picky with it, Fludes does have a chance of getting in the top 3. We have Demon in 6th, Moo in 7th, Weep in 8th, Sage in 9th, Cheese in 10th, and then Alfonso, Iceman, Azur, Shady, Eggbot, Luna, and Jimmy. Whereas faith in Fludes. Well, it's quite the challenge. If they can pull it off, it'd be absolutely incredible. I don't think anyone would see that coming. So let's head over to the track. Right, here we are. Marble GP Malaysia, new to this series. Pesky needs to outscore Stormy by 7 and Superboss by 6 to win today. There we go, so Pesky could secure it today. Keep that one in mind watching the race. So as with all of Iceman's Marble GP tracks, there's always something about them that makes them about the place. And with this one, for a first look, you're probably like, what makes this Malaysia? What's Malaysia about it? But he always has a bit of a description in the workshop, just to let you know. And I'm sure, as always, we'll give some insight in the chat as well. But it's based on the world's longest water slide that's off the coast of Malaysia, and one of Malaysia's biggest tourist attractions. So that is, there we go, I got it right. So that is what this is based on, with all the tubes and the half pipes to represent the water slide. So before we have a proper look around, let's get everyone into their positions. It's going to be 10 laps around this track. Now, Pesky Bird's starting at the back. Doesn't mean you should rule them out. It's not the first time. But it just means it's going to be a challenge. Pesky Bird's going to have to put up quite the fight here. Going to have to go quick and consistent to try and get into that winning spot to secure the win today. Stormy and Superboss both obviously starting in front, a bit further up. Stormy in 9th, Superboss in 14th. We're starting in 7th. So it's going to be an interesting one. Missed opportunity to flood the room with water. That would be a good idea, actually. Update secured and scheduled. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, water up to like the bottom of the slides or something. I'm sure we'll see that coming. But before we get started, the predictions. Now Iceman might have a bit of an advantage on this prediction. Got 2 minutes to make those DNF predictions. We'll take a look around. So we go straight into the slide. Sharp turn. It's going to be quite windy. There's going to be a lot of rocking left and right on these slides. Lots of corners. I feel like there's going to be quite a focus on getting the right line on these and not losing too much speed up on any of the walls. Go a big ladder that takes you up high to a split section. 2 sides that look like they are probably about equal in terms of speed. You may be able to be slightly quicker on the... Is it's right side going in, left side coming out, because you'll be this side of the turn. Might be a little bit quicker, we'll have to see. Not really a difference. Yeah, it didn't look like there'd really be anything affecting there, more to just split the pack a bit, give you some open space to try and use. We have a sharp turn, 2 sharp turns before the end. So another key thing here is going to be getting a good release out of this exit to get some good exit speed down this flat straight. That'll be where you really want to make up some time. Could be interesting if we have a close final lap. It could all come down to these final few sharp corners. And we're just waiting for the predictions to finish. Exit of the final tube can cause problems before the line. There we go. So we'll be looking out for any dramatic moments, any excitement, any drama happening just before the finish line. No, we've always got that small element of chaos somewhere. As the predictions are now coming to an end, let's get this countdown started. And here we go, they are off. See what happens into the first slide as they'll all gather together. Weep's going to take the front of the pack. Pesky Bird trailing a little bit, probably just going to use some open space. Flude's just in front. But it's Weep and Jimmy up at the front. Cheese with a bit of a bump there from Azur's going to drop a few positions. Go quite high on that exit, going to have to be careful there with contact. So Weep's now starting to try and break away using that open space in front while everyone else is barging their way through. Trying to use everyone else making contact as an advantage to get away, but the ladder didn't go very well. Iceman having some difficulties, Luna having difficulties. Sage and Alfonso up at the front now. Boy with the, oh no, there's ladders. Yep, really gonna have to focus up on this one and try and get on these ladders. Boy's got a bad history with this, and Iceman, as usual, with a home track build. Iceman always seems a little bit cursed on the Marble GPs, and it is starting early. But we'll see if Iceman can pull it back. So going 2 different sides here, Sage and Alfonso neck and neck. Sage looks like they got better exit speed though. Let's go through to the next section. And yes, Sage much quicker through there. Gives them 2 different lines into the next corner. Boy with a little bit of a stumble there. Sage leading, Alfonso second, Weep into third. There's a bit of a pile up coming out of that corner. And going to the final corner. Jimmy's running a bit slow. Cheese has some more speed. He's going to get past Jimmy. Boy's not quite going to make it. Cheese with a bad entrance into the next corner though. Boy's going to sneak through, get past Jimmy and Cheese and Demon. Demon's going to pick up Cheese there. But Pesky Bird also making positions in front of Stormy and Superboss, who are very close together. Up at the front, Sage and Alfonso trying to break away from the main pack. So all grouped up together for that 4th place battle. Pesky Bird really gaining positions now, really trying to secure that win at this race today. Stormy almost going for a bit of a snipe on the ladder, but doesn't quite make it. Pesky Bird with a bit of a delay as well, meaning Superboss is going to jump up. He's going to be alongside Wurt and Eggbot. Up at the top, Sage and Wheat side by side with Alfonso just behind. Iceman and Fludes tied for 15th, and Luna trailing a little bit at the moment. So off the top, Weep is going to take the lead. Sage just behind. Alfonso is going to go the other way around, use the open space, see if they can get an advantage with this. Superboss, Burn Demon, also trying to make use of some open space. See how effective this is coming out the other side. They're narrowly missing each other there on the crossover. We're running a little bit slow. Sage has gone up into first once again. Weep has Alfonso just behind. Weep's going to take the fastest lap. Shady causing a... well, Shady and Azur having a bit of a collision there, causing a bit of a pilot with Superboss and Demon. Peskybird, Boer and Stormy close together. Superboss will be trying to get past Azur and Moo here and hope that Peskybird gets held up. But over the front is currently a battle between Weep, Sage and Alfonso. We do have Jimmy, Cheese and Eggbox lurking behind though. We need to finish a few positions higher than Superboss. Indeed. See how these ladders are going to treat you today. Demon also the other one known to have some difficulties with ladders, and it is showing, dropping from 10th to tied last now. Heading up to the top, everyone's still fairly close together. Race is definitely far from over. Lap 3 and no one really making a major breakaway. Cheese going to hit the wall there, slowing them down. Sage going up for a way past. His pass clean. The two dodgeable teammates there. There's a bit of a pile-up with Alfonso. Alfonso blocking them both from getting past through the thinner section. Alfonso with some good speed chasing Weep. Bit of a collision on the wall. It's going to slow them down, meaning Sage is going to gain a little bit. Alfonso is really playing quite the block here. Another collision with Sage. This is going to allow those behind to gain though. Sage looking for the gap this time. Is it enough speed to get past Alfonso? It is not quite enough going into the corner. Alfonso does have a little bit of a better line on the entrance. And then behind Cheese we have Moo and Jimmy in a battle of their own as well. Eggbot just behind, and look at Peskybird just trying to make their way up the field. Currently sitting in 9th between Azur and Shady. Then Stormy and Boer just behind, followed by Luna, and then Superboss, who's dropped quite a few positions on that last lap. Luna taking the fastest lap. Managing to really gain from a rough start, being quite far behind, now up to 13th. Azur blocking Stormy. That is definitely not what Stormy wants. And Stormy and Superboss will be side by side. Boer in front, but Peskybird currently up in 9th, a couple of positions ahead. Peskybird currently sitting in a good spot, but can they hold it all the way down to the end? Fluids and Demons currently struggling at the back as we're approaching the halfway point. Doesn't rule them out though. There's always a chance to make it back. Might see some of the ones up front start to lose momentum here. We do see it from time to time. Definitely can't rule anyone out yet. But Weep and Sage putting on quite a showing in the first half. Moo's managed to get past Alfonso, is up into 3rd. Now looking for a way past Sage, but it's a slow exit. Alfonso with a bad exit as well. Jimmy also. Peskybird with a great exit, a lot of speed. Is going to get past Eggbot and Alfonso. And Peskybird is going to move up into 5th place, just behind Cheese. We're in 11th, Stormy in 13th, Superboss in 15th. So Peskybird in a very good spot right now. And yes, that is the exit coming into play. And Weep now trying to break away up at the front. Sage has moved just behind. Going onto the ladder. Weep has a good good entrance onto the ladder, I should say. A bit of a pile up here at the ladder. Pesky Bird getting blocked out a couple of times. It's a chance for those behind. Stormy with a great entry. Were a little delay, but not losing too much time. Jimmy having some difficulties. Superboss getting held up, but does make it on. Stormy's really going to have to try and close the gap on Pesky Bird for a chance of getting a first place at the end of this season. But Weep on the move. Luna still holding the fastest lap, currently in 11th, making up a couple of positions. Quite a few people opting for the left side. Could cause some trouble. Sage dropping a few positions. Alfonso getting past as well. Pesky Bird is going to be picked up by Sage there. Is Eggbot going to find a way past? Not quite. Just get blocked by Pesky Bird. Worker and goal blocks Stormy from Pesky and stay ahead of Superboss. Interesting play. Trying to help out the Ultraviolet teammate. And Stormy and Azure both having a rough exit. Work and break away here and try and make some time on the pack in front. In the current 9th position with Superboss in 15th, this does look like a decent spot for Boer. See if Superboss has any response to this. As we are on lap 6. Stormy also trying to find a way past Boer. Does make it around the outside. We might have a bit of a battle going on here. Boer could make his teammate champion here. And Boer makes on Sage dropping again with a big collision at the ladder with Azure. Stormy getting delayed will be side by side with Jimmy. Superboss having difficulties. This is exactly what Boer wants to see right now, is Superboss struggling. And Superboss will be side by side with Fluids. So this could make things interesting in the final race. But Pesky Bird currently in 6th. Actually, it is in 4th going off the top of the ladder. Stormy's going to be down to 11th. And this is exactly the situation Pesky Bird needs. Is that going to be quicker out the exit here in front of Moo? It's just behind with a collision as well. It's going to slow Pesky Bird down slightly. Shady's going to try and sneak up the inside, but it's not enough. You can see Wheat just flying away in the lead right now. Yes, if it finishes like this, it would be all over for that number 1 spot. Pesky Bird would have it secured. So see if Pesky Bird can keep this consistency going all the way to the end. But we will still have the battle for 2nd and 3rd. So currently Pesky Bird in 3rd, just behind Moo. Trying to look for a way past. Won't want to be too aggressive here, not too risky. Pesky Bird would be trying not to lose much time right now, just play it safe. Going up to the ladder, having some difficulties, but does make it on in front of Moo. Moo having a few more difficulties. Pesky Bird is going to move up to 2nd, which is huge for Pesky Bird. Whereas on alongside Sage. And Stormy having some difficulties. More than some difficulties now with the ladder. Stormy and Superboss having difficulties with the ladder. This is what Boer wants to be seeing right now. And this is what Pesky Bird wants to be seeing as well. As Boer says, the ladders are treating them nicely this race. So I say decently. Decently nicely. You did use both words. I wasn't reading that crazy. And that could be a South Jinx. It very well could be. But in the current situation, it is looking good for the Ultraviolets in the season overall. So we can see Pesky Bird still holding that second place. Weep still very far ahead in first, holding a strong first place. I wasn't sure if decently nicely was proper English. I'm not sure when saying it out loud. It's decently nicely. But hey, we're not here for English lessons. We're here for the races. My English also malfunctions during these races, as you will have seen on many of the streams. So Pesky Bird still managing to keep a bit of a gap to Moo. Still running quite strong. Whir has Cheese just behind. Currently in a 6th place. Stormy down in 15th. Superboss in 17th. See what happens on the ladder. There's a big pile up. And you know what? Moo has managed to get up to 2nd in the chaos here. Whir and Pesky Bird are going to be side by side. The two ultraviolets side by side on the ladder. Shady and Azure are the two green slushies behind their other teammate Alfonso, not far back. The Doge Balls of Cheese and Sage also very close together. Eggbot there next to Sage. Okay, I think you also jinxed yourself in reverse before the race, so it'd be funny if I ever went back to the last position on the last race, and now it's the exact opposite. May well have done. 2 laps to go, don't celebrate too early. That is a fair point by Iceman as well. We've seen a lot of drama happen on some of these races. So Whir's going to move up to 3rd. Weep just absolutely dominating right now. Gets the fastest lap as well, just staying clean out up at the front. Pesky Bird now in 4th. Followed by Eggbot, Azure, Shady, Sage, Cheese, Alfonso, Jimmy, Iceman. Iceman managed to pull back some positions after a rough start. Now in 12th. Lap 9. And Weep getting held up slightly at the ladder, but not for too long. Weep knows how to use these ladders. P12 in my track best I can muster. Yep, oh, Pesky Bird taking a fall there, but Whir's going to move up to 2nd. Imagine to get on the ladder before Moo. And things just keep looking better and better for Whir right now. Every position gain is extra points, and in fact when you get into the top 3, the points increase even more. So every position, that jump from 3rd to 2nd could be huge in terms of the series right now. And Superboss and Stormy looking like they're both at risk. Really struggling on this track. It's not been the race for them. And because of that, it is turning out to be the race for Pesky Bird. Not even having to put in that much work to try and fight for the secured win today. But is still putting in Pesky Bird level of work, currently in 3rd, behind their teammate, Eggbot and Moo following. Fludes can still get 1st and fastest lap. As we go on to the final lap, technically, sure, there is a chance, but we'll have to do a lot to go from 13th to 1st. And Weep currently leading, still with a big lead. Going to the ladder for one final time. Holding that fastest lap as well. Gets onto the ladder nice and easy. Pesky is going to be trying to fend off Moo coming up to the ladder, but Moo's found a way past, it looks like. They have, so going up to the ladder, we'll see what happens with Whir. A little nudge from Pesky Bird. Pesky Bird's going to sneak through. Boer's having some trouble. Is this old Boer showing? Almost. There's a small cost. There's a slight Boer moment. But thankfully, not a major one. Although that will cost a few points. Superbus having some difficulties. Makes it on currently in 15th. Stormy in 17th. Not terrible, but no top 3 is bad. Yeah, that is a bit of a cost in terms of points. We're going to see Weep heading round through the final section. It has been quite a clean race. And Weep has absolutely breezed through this track. Nice and easy. And crossing the line, Weep takes the win and currently the fastest lap. And Pesky Bird in second. Mood just behind. We'll see what happens on the exit here. It's a clean exit from both of them. Pesky Bird will take second. Moo will take third. Eggbot will take fourth. Were is going to take fifth. Alfonso in 6th, Cheese in 7th, Azur in 8th, Sage in 9th, Shady 10th, Jimmy 11th, Fludes 12th, Demon 13th, all very close together there. Iceman takes 14th, Superboss will take 15th, Luna's going to take 16th, and Stormy is going to take 17th. And wow, things could be getting interesting now. Although with that finish from Pesky Bird, a second place, just as strong as ever in this season now. Pesky Bird absolutely dominating the second half of this season. And is going to be our season winner. But before we get onto that, we have to congratulate Weep. Congratulations to Weep on the win and the fastest lap. Just absolutely breezed through this track like it was nothing. So well done, Weep. Congratulations on taking the win. And of course, Pesky Bird. The ad timing. And of course, Pesky Bird we have to give congratulations to as well. Obviously, there'll be more congratulations after the final race, but it is now secured that Pesky Bird has taken first place in the season and will be taking that first place prize. So congratulations to Pesky Bird as well. Now this could be interesting going into the next race. Be very interesting. We'll see what happens to the standings. So 0 DNFs, I will do the prediction. And 2 people right, 1 incorrect. So I'll complete that prediction. 0 DNFs. And now I'm also going to go and put the... Shane Pesky isn't here. It is. Shane Pesky wasn't here to see it. I see the hydrate as well. Well, I'm going to go and put the results over on the leaderboard. I'm going to have a drink as well for that hydrate. And I'll be back in just a minute with the updated standings. Alright, the results have been entered. So let's head over to the standings. So, following that race, Pesky Bird has secured the win. There's nothing anyone can do now. Pesky Bird has secured that #1 spot and will be taking that first place prize. So once again, congratulations to Pesky Bird on that. Can take it easy in the next race if they want to, but we'll have to wait and see. Second place, now it gets interesting. Superboss has overtaken Stormy by 1 point. Now, as I say, Pesky Bird 655. Superboss 595, so quite the gap between first and second now. But the gap between Superboss and Stormy is 1 point, 595 to 594, and then we're just missing out on third place currently with 592, so we have a 3-point difference from second to fourth. So it's all going to be to play for that second and third place going to the next race. And that is going to be exciting. So you definitely don't want to miss out on the stream tomorrow. Then we have Weep in 5th with 534. Moo in 6th with 526, Fludes in 7th with 525, Alfonso in 8th with 507, Cheese in 9th with 506, Demon in 10th with 505, and then we have Sage, Iceman, Azur, Igbot, Shady, Luna, and Jimmy. So, interesting stuff going into this final race. This is super tight. It really is. Really is. Imagine overtaking someone in the standings after finishing P15 out of 17. It's crazy. Yeah, not the best performance between Superboss and Stormy, but with Superboss managing to finish just 2 places ahead, it's enough to take that 2nd place. In fact, 1 place down and they would have been tied. As it is 1 point differences from 11th down. I should say after the top 10. It then bumps up for the top 10, bumps up again for the top 5, and then 3rd, 2nd, and 1st also have extra point differences. Well, that makes the numbers easy for me to calculate. Yeah, I look forward to seeing Iceman's calculations done. Hopefully we'll see that in the Discord, see what's going to happen, what could happen going to the next race, what position differences are needed based on the way the points work. Just finished ahead of the other 2. That's might be a simple way of putting it. I guess with them being quite close together, it is basically that. Depending on what positions they finish, fastest lap will be very important. If one of those 3 gets a fastest lap, that could be a game changer. So yeah, as I said, you don't want to miss tomorrow's stream. It's going to be exciting. Hopefully Pesky Bird can make it to tomorrow's stream. I'm sure they may see the results of this one beforehand, but hopefully Pesky Bird will be able to attend and can congratulate them officially at the end of the season. We'll be there, says we're glad to hear it. Hopefully we'll have some good attendance for the final stream. But that is going to be it for this one. 1 race. And all we have left is red rings. The excitement of red rings. UV 1-2 in the standings maybe. Very possible. And with no doubt, I'm sure Ultraviolets have secured the win on the team standings right now. I doubt there's any chance of anyone else getting past them at this point. Which would have been very good for them if we were officially tracking that. You know, maybe from next season I might also track team standings. We might have, like I said before, we could have some kind of like team prize possibly. I'll have to think about how that'd work, especially down the line, whether there'd be any issues with that. But yes, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for getting another stream and featuring my tracks again. See you tomorrow. No worries whatsoever, Iceman. You've got so many of these Marble GP tracks. Again, if anyone wants to check them out, there's absolutely loads of them on the workshop. Definitely check out the workshop. That goes for everyone in the list of the track creators. Go check them all out. There you go, 149 from Iceman. Thank you, Mr. Egg, or thank you, Mr. Boer, for being here. Yeah, that is going to do it for this one. So have a good night, a good morning, a good day, a good evening, a good whatever it is, wherever you are. And that is going to do it for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.